I know I've been talking about Tetsuya Nomura a lot. I
Right.
mean, mainly just because what's that back there? That thing,
That is a square.
or on the other side, the thing that isn't.
That is something I can pick up.
Yeah, it's
That
a
is
primer.
a book.
Okay. Primarily just because we're playing a Square Enix game.
Right.
But I was looking at things the other day, and apparently Tetsuya Nomura. Your mouse is on the screen.
Oh.
Uh, I was apparently Tetsuya Nomura designed his own like Batman figure, like his own like what he would have Batman look like himself,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of badass. And I'm gonna show you, and you can put a picture up on screen as well.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of badass?
Dude, that's actually sick, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like he has this thing with like big suits of armor for some reason. Like I mean, it's cool and he designs them really nicely. But like, I don't know. I just feel like you're not going to get this reference. But I just feel like his version of Batman would be like that, except Bruce Wayne would be dead, and like his soul would just inhabit the suit of armor. Like
Right.
For like Terra's lingering will at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Everybody at home is going to be like, yeah, totally. But yeah. But like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's how it'd be. It's really badass though. Speaking of Batman, what's your opinion and thoughts on Matt Reeves' The Batman? The one that's coming out at some point, whether or not it gets delayed again or not.
I mean, I don't know. With Batman, it's kind of weird in general. There's so many there's so many different Batmen
There are.
that
There are.
so far I've said this. I think generally, I don't know. Depending on the longevity of it, I'll say.
Yeah.
Depends on probably how much I like it, especially with newer age, video technology and the way they're able to visually make Batman be perceived as. I guess as long as the character of Batman is played properly,
Yeah.
I think it'll be just as good as any of the other Batmen.
I
Like
feel that.
the what's fucking
The previous people who's played
the
Batman.
previous Batman.
There's Michael Keaton.
Well, not Michael Keaton.
There's Christian Bale,
Not Christian Bale.
and there was Ben Affleck.
Let's see, I'm gonna say Ben Affleck. I'd say probably Ben Affleck is probably the my favorite Batman so far.
I think so.
So I think that potentially, depending on the long term, if this Batman will last,
Yeah.
then I would say it could potentially be the best one.
Yeah, I don't know what they're planning on doing with it. I'm excited to see Robert Pattinson do it. Cause like I really enjoy his look so far, like as Bruce Wayne and like the whole Batman look. You've seen the trailer, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have not.
It's a gnarly trailer. It looks really good. It looks like they're doing a lot of like the Tim Burton style, like gothic look of Gotham and like Batman in general,
Right.
which I'm glad for. Like I'm tired of superhero movies being based in reality. It's really boring in my opinion, because like you're right there. You set yourself up for like, I don't know, like the confounds of like what can only be done in reality,
Right.
And then if you do something that's a little outlandish or like a little weird, people automatically disassociate with it because they're like, oh, well, this wouldn't actually happen in real life.
Yeah.
So like, like just have fun with it and just be weird with it. It looks good in my opinion. The trailer's really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. This week there was a Reddit post that went really, or not really, but like kind of went viral about it. That like some person had spoke with somebody who works at Warner Brothers, like it's one of those hearsay things.
Yeah.
And they were saying that like Warner Brothers hated it and that it was going to be delayed again. And I don't necessarily believe it, but like I don't know. I'm really excited for it. It looks really great.
I would, and I can make the assumption without having seen it yet, that I could see it being really good.
I really like the way that it looks so far. Like, out of all of them, I really enjoyed Ben Affleck as Batman, but like out of all the Batman movies I've seen, like live action, I've really honestly yet to see one that I felt like I would call my favorite, or like actually kind of felt like Batman.
Right.
I mean, I feel like if Zack Snyder got to spend more time with actually being able to make a Batman movie, like this one was originally going to be, I feel like it would have been really awesome. But like, you know, he didn't get to do too much time developing characters with what he had set out to do initially. But like, you know, you can crucify me as much as you want to, but like I hated Christian Bale's Batman.
I did
He
too.
fucking sucked so bad.
I totally agree with you, especially vocally.
Yeah. I enjoy the movies, the first one and the second one. Like, they're obviously really good movies, but like, he ruins it for me.
I'm just not gonna lie.
honestly.
I'm not gonna lie. I've not been a fan of the whole indirect thing with like. I've never been a big fan of like the Dark Knight, the Man of Steel.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That kind of like, why are they being so vague about it? Just be like Superman.
Well, because there's already
Batman.
been so many, like, legit, like,
Right,
like
but
Tim Burton's Batman movie was legit just called Batman. I mean, like, they gotta mix it up. I imagine for copyright reasons, because like this one's
Yeah.
called The
Well,
Batman
yeah.
and everything. So, and like, you know, The Dark Knight, like that.
It's not
yeah.
like the movie though was like a Walmart brand, or like a dollar store brand hero movie. I mean, they
Yeah.
are who they are. It's almost like just not putting the name on it, but it being
Yeah.
approximately what it is.
I feel like it's probably copyright issues and
Like with WB or
that, and with
It's
the
like-
and I'd say more so than copyright. I'd say it's probably just for originality.
right.
Because like if you're just like, hey, have you seen like the Batman movie? And you're like,
Well,
oh, well,
it's-
which one?
It's like it's the whole thing with like for example, Batman's like suit. Like
Yeah.
I was never a big fan of it. Like compared to
Like
just
which one?
like the Dark Knight one.
Oh yeah, me either.
Like-
See, that's the thing is like the whole like it being based in reality.
Right.
He's wearing just like a suit of armor or like carbon fiber or whatever.
Yeah.
Like realistically, it makes sense, but like, you know, it's not aesthetically original. It was just all
Exactly.
black. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just standard Batman, with like the gray suit with like the black cape.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel that.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I dig it.
That's my favorite look visually.
Yeah. So like it's the most iconic one too, especially for like kids, because like you know kids grew up on the Batman animated show,
Right.
and
yeah.
that's the suit that Batman had throughout the entirety of that. I don't know.
Whoops.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. But like with the whole like Batman name thing, like I'm kind of glad that they are sticking with more like original and like simplistic names like the Dark Knight or like the Batman. Because like if it's like Batman title here, like even just going off of like the cinematic movies, like there's already so many different names of that. There's Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever. You know, it's like all of this is just like I read somewhere where like if Tim Burton were to make another Batman movie instead of it being Batman Forever, it was going to be Batman Continues. It's just like, yeah. I don't know. As a kid, I really enjoyed Batman Forever. Like, I know a lot of people really dislike the whole, like, comic booky, or not even comic booky, but, like, the whole just, like, childish, like, playful, weird, like, way that Joel Schumacher made those movies for, like, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Like, Batman and Robin blows. I mean, obviously, but, like, I enjoyed Forever a lot. And I don't know, Batman Returns is really good too. With that Danny DeVito in it as the
Yeah.
Penguin, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and everything. It's a really iconic movie. No, yeah, Val Kilmer was Batman, and George Clooney was Batman too. Man, that was weird, huh?
Yeah, George
They got
Clooney was
George Clooney to be
yeah,
Batman.
That was really weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
That kind of thing just weirds me out.
Yeah, the only good thing about Batman and Robin is Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
That was
That's the
definitely
only
the best thing.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun as Poison Ivy, I thought. But Arnold Schwarzenegger as
Mr. Freeze.
as Iceman.
Iceman.
Oh, it was weird, especially how he had all those ice puns. Like one that I say all the time, like "ice to see you again."
I just like everything Uma Thurman's in that I've seen.
She's good. She's a good actress.
I just have that thing. I don't know. Like I've been a big Kill Bill fan for a while.
Yeah.
And they're making apparently the 3rd volume.
Are they?
That's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is.
Yeah. If it's like just a fan theory thing, that's entirely possible, because like obviously every Tarantino movie has like a cultist behind it, like just trying to do anything with anything, you know. So
they might be throwing it out there to see if they can make it happen.
Yeah.
Or something.
I don't know.
Because it really, number one, has to do with if the actor is down, the directors are down and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Which I mean, like they always say that, you know, like with like reunions, for instance, or like with anything, like, oh, if they're down to do it, I'm down to do it. But like, obviously, it's up to the company and everything if they decide to want to put time and money into that, and if they feel like it has an audience for it.
Right.
And a lot of the times, movie companies just they really have a thing with not wanting to make movies that people want. You know, they're just like, oh man, we'd love like Kill Bill 3, or like we'd love like whatever this movie is. Like, oh, what's that? You want a sequel to Trolls? Well, here you go. Oh, what's that? You love Minions? Like, no, not really. But yeah, the main villain that's going to be in the Batman is the Riddler, which I think is good.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I think that's going to be great.
The only thing with the Riddler, like, because in my opinion, I feel like some people might disagree, I don't know, but like Jim Carrey was the ultimate Riddler.
I don't know. He wasn't really much of a Riddler, in my opinion. He was more or less just bad guy Jim Carrey.
Okay, I'm gonna say
You know?
this. I'm just gonna say that because that's what every anti-Jim Carrey guy says.
I'm not anti-Jim Carrey. I'm just saying that's what he was.
But when you grow up with Jim Carrey, just like everything he does is fucking amazing, and that's me. I'm just like a Jim Carrey fan.
I mean, the things he did back in that day were in the day were good, and like I like him in the movie. I'm not saying I don't like him in the movie. I'm
At
just
that
saying
time in the 90s,
he wasn't much of the Riddler.
In the 90s, who else? What other big name actor could have played the Riddler?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Colin Farrell's playing the Riddler this time.
That's cool.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that made the Riddler in Batman Forever was the fact that, like, every so often he would cut out letters from like newspapers and newsletters and just like hot glue them onto like a piece of paper and be like, fucking like some dumbass riddle, and like he did that like 3 or 4 times and just mailed letters to Bruce Wayne. Like in the Batman so far, it looks like, you know, he's actually making like a political stance. You know, he's doing pretty much like what the Joker did in like The Dark Knight Rises,
right?
Or like in The Dark Knight, except to like, but like every time he has a clue, like there's like an actual riddle that they have to solve and find out before he kills another victim, and like there's actually like meaning to it, and it's not like, here's a wacky little postcard.
I feel like that that Batman, you know, that gen of Batman was kind of like that in general, though, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying about like the whole like Joel Schumacher Batman.
Like this one's
being
gonna be
just more playful and more
right.
I totally get that, but like still like he wasn't much of a Riddler as much as Tommy Lee Jones wasn't really much of a Two-Face.
Exactly.
They just had the whole thing.
That was the entirety of it. That was like kind of its shtick.
Yeah.
Thing.
Also, there's a story that Jim Carrey told that apparently Tommy Lee Jones absolutely hated him on the set of Batman
I've
Forever.
heard that. I actually heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know who I heard that from, but
Yeah.
I remember hearing that.
I forget what he said verbatim, but like apparently there was a time where like they were all getting like dinner together, like the cast or whatever, or something like that. And like he came to Jim Carrey and he was just like, I absolutely cannot fathom your stupidity, or something like that. It was just like, well, all right.
Yeah.
Plus, like out of everybody to be like Two-Face, Tommy Lee Jones, man. Like Tommy Lee Jones, like I don't know, he's usually like the Southern outlaw, you know. Like it's weird that they got him to be Two-Face or whatever. But yeah, the Batman, the main villain, like I said, is gonna be Riddler, and it's gonna have like a few different people in it too. It's got Zoe Kravitz in it, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. She's playing Catwoman, and that's really cool. And Andy Serkis is playing Alfred, and as you know, Andy Serkis like did mocap for Smeagol.
Yeah.
And he did mocap for the what's the main monkey in Planet of the Apes? I can't remember, but he was
right.
he mocapped in it.
Yeah.
He does a lot of mocap stuff, so it's cool to see him actually just be himself and act in a movie.
No, I'm really stoked for whatever they do next with just anything DC in general.
Yeah.
It's like it's they need to find a good like point of like where they can last in the long term, you know? Like
Yeah.
I feel like over the past like decade or two, the past couple decades, it's not anything DC has been very unfortunate.
It's because they're trying to copy Marvel. Like that's like I don't know. Like obviously there's a part of me that like if done right, obviously would be great to have like an expanded like DC universe and like all these things going on. But at the same time, like I'm cool with there just being solo movies or like a solo and a sequel and like not worrying about setting up a whole universe. That like I feel like they go out of their way to put like all these different plots in place, you know, to really draw out a universe, and then like the movies end up not performing well, and then you don't get any of these answers, or any of these questions answered because of that, you know. Like we were lucky that we got the Snyder cut of Justice League, you know, otherwise that wouldn't have went anywhere. And even now, you know, he's set up this entire, you know, Justice League trilogy, you know, with Darkseid and everything. And chances are we probably won't even be able to see that, you know?
Right.
So, like, I would rather them just be, like, one-and-dones or, like, a initial one and a sequel and just have a well-thought-out and enclosed story. That way, like, you can just judge it from start to finish and decide whether or not it's actually a good piece of work. It's like, I don't think you really get to judge something whether it's good or not unless it's actually finished, you know? I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I don't. I think they'll eventually figure it out. They'll probably, whether it be, you know, within the next 5 to 10 years or 20 years or whatever, I feel like...
If superhero movies last that long.
I think they will.
They've been really prominent for like the past decade, or a little over a decade. It's only a matter of time until people start getting tired of them. You know? I just don't think they'll die out completely. Maybe maybe the comic aspect.
In the past 10 years, we've had 3 Batmen. We've had Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and now Robert Pattinson. You know?
Right.
Because, like, that's the only property so far that, like, Warner Brothers is confident enough to invest in DC. Because I know people love Batman. You know? Like, even more so than Superman and everything. Like, obviously people are really loving Wonder Woman right now, which is great. Because, like, those are really good. And people really ended up liking Jason Momoa's Aquaman. So, like, that's great that they're able to bring in more heroes in and actually have, like, a good thing going. But, like I said, like, I just feel like Warner Brothers is only really confident in Batman because they know that, like, whether it's good or bad, at least it'll bring in money. You know?
Right.
Anyway, that's our Batman discussion.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm taking on this boss.
It looks like you need... Why do we look malnourished? You need, like, a potion or something?
No, I just used the Phoenix down, and now, I died, but I used it. Oh shit! Did I really miss that?
Yeah. You took your hands off the controller.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, you did. You were scratching your beard.
Oh.
Oh my god, she just got
I can't
tentacled.
believe I missed that. It's stupid.
Oh yeah, you need a big potion, big time, man.
Yeah.
Do you have like Curaga yet or something?
Well, I can use the Phoenix down on her, potentially.
Has Riku still not told us her name yet? Doesn't
Nope.
look like it.
I don't think so, no.
That's strange.
Oh, he missed.
Why didn't it give you any health?
It did. I have 520 HP.
Oh.
That bar you're looking at is like our special.
Oh,
ability.
okay, that's our
Yeah.
MP.
No, MP is magic power.
Yeah.
HP is health.
Uh-huh.
The gold bar is our special.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that had me really confused.
I don't know what he is exactly hitting for, but I
He's
think we
dead
got
now.
him. I think we did it.
Doesn't matter what he hits for now, he's dead.
Yeah. Nice.
What are we getting here? I wasn't really paying attention.
We're getting a thing. I mean, I'm paying attention, but I don't really know what our ultimate goal is right now. They were speaking in different languages most
That's
of
true.
the time.
That's true, yeah. And the captions didn't even bother to translate.
Well, when we picked up the book, we finally could understand them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We learned an entire language just by, like, reading a book once.
We learned it.
That's one powerful Rosetta Stone. He went back and got Rosetta Stoned and he could understand them all.
Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to get Rosetta Stone pretty soon. I've been slacking on learning my Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, you have. Every time I show up and I try to have a conversation with you, and you don't go anywhere with it.
dude, how do you ascend?
I guess.
Oh, maybe I go out this hole in the wall.
Guess you don't. No.
No, I think there's a hole in the wall.
Go to that white square, I guess, or try talking to Riku.
Maybe I do go to the white square.
Are you? Did you just ascend?
No.
Maybe go to Riku because there's a hole in the thing
Yeah, that's
there.
the hole I was looking for.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No, that's the hole I was looking for. Nice.
Okay, sick.
Very nice. So do we have aquatic wear on, or are we just aquatic now?
I think we just breathe underwater.
Nice.
Apparently, we have gills we weren't aware of.
Oh
before.
yeah, it's because of the water ball.
Yeah.
We were born for this.
Well, now we're gonna put on a show. You see all the spotlights?
Oh my god, yeah. We're going to show a special screening of Splash, starring Tom Hanks.
Special guest, co-op cooperative, starring Tom Hanks.
That'd be a weird episode.
We'd get carried so hard.
Well, no, if we were going to get carried, we'd have Jim Carrey on.
That's true.
And next time.
Next time we go.